Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 hasn't even been out for a week yet. However, we do have a look at some upcoming changes to the game, so let's dive in. So let's start things off with the general section. There's a lot on here. I'm not going to go over every single one, just kind of a few of the more, what I think might be the more important ones at least. So start things off with general improvements on loading times for the Nintendo Switch, which is good because I've heard stories. I don't play on the Switch, so I can't confirm this, but I've heard some nightmare stories over here of loading times on Switch could be anywhere from like 20 to 40 seconds. That's what I've seen people claim online, and if that's the case, that is devs, shame on you for that. 20 to 40 seconds, do better. But it does seem like improvements for loading times are coming, so you know, round of applause for that, fixing what needs to be fixed. You know, good on the devs for that one. And then Switch performance improvements are also coming as well. They don't elaborate on what that might be. I know a lot of Switch players have been asking for 60 frames per second, please. So maybe that's it. We don't know. Again, this is more of a wait and see because, again, you just give us like a little vague statement and, well, can't really deduce anything off of that. But, you know, hopefully the Switch players get the improvements that they want and that they need for their version of the game because nobody wants to be left behind, right? We all want to have the same experience. So hopefully Switch players do end up getting that. And then a couple other things that I thought were kind of cool down towards the bottom. You can now pummel characters with the grab button. I thought that was actually a pretty cool addition. I like that change. I like it. So, you know, if you like pummeling characters when you grab them, well, now you can do it with the grab button. Perfect. And then right below that, here's a big one. This is a really big one for a lot of people. Leaving a ranked match while in the loading screen will not change your current rank points. So there's a big bug in the game where you can start an online match and then you will get put into like an infinite loading screen, and the game is basically unplayable. So a lot of people just quit out the game and then restart it back up. And then what they come to find out is they lost points because they didn't complete the match, which is it's BS. Let's face it. You didn't do anything wrong. It's the game's fault, and then you're getting punished for something that the game did. That's unacceptable. So the devs are at least changing that, which is good, but then it could raise another question, like, does this just make it easier to dodge opponents online if somebody you just faced absolutely wiped the floor with you and now you're like, I don't want to face them, and then you go to another match and you're like, oh crap, it's the same person. Well, I get to just leave, you know, during the loading screen with absolute no problem. So it fixes one issue, but does it raise another? I don't know. I'm not going to be the judge and jury on that one, but it's loading screen fixes are coming, so that's a positive, right? And then one final thing right below that, for any keyboard players, you can now map the movement buttons for keyboard players. So I think that was pretty cool. One quick note here about training mode, something that they don't have listed on here, which I hope that they are able to get around to. Maybe it's nothing significant, but we see that training mode frame by frame is now going to be the first option in the menu, and then training mode pause delay has been removed. Okay, cool, but I think I can speak for a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people bring this up. I myself would love this. Can training mode have a reset button, please? Instead of having to exit the training mode and then go back and trying to reset everything. It's kind of a headache, so hopefully we can get some sort of just a button reset. Everything goes back to normal. Other games have it, so I'm guessing this will come at some point, but I just thought I'd point this out. It's not on here yet, but I do think the devs know about it, and hopefully it does get implemented at some point. And as always with these updates, there are a slew of character adjustments, balance changes, if you will. And, well, let's say Azula and Reptar specifically got some pretty big nerfs. And kind of sad about the Reptar one specifically, but I'll get to that in a second. So anyway, here's Azula. So they changed quite a bit. A lot of it is basically Azula now has increased landing leg, so you're kind of going to be a little bit more vulnerable after, you know, whatever move you see is corresponded on the screen with, well, in game. So, you know, the first one, charged air forward hold, the landing leg has been increased by 5. So, you know, increased landing leg can suck, but sometimes when characters are moving a little bit too quick after a certain move, sometimes these changes are needed. So we'll see how that goes. I know I was seeing a lot of praise for Azula getting nerfed. I don't know if you guys feel the same way down in the comments, but at least that's what I was seeing online. So maybe these are good changes for Azula. Maybe she's going way too fast and people are like, whoa, 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 slow her down just a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But you can see the other things. Her charged air forward fireball speed has been slightly reduced as well as its distance has also been slightly reduced. So Azula getting a lot of nerfs. A lot of other characters have been getting nerfs. If I didn't mention this earlier, don't think I did. The link to all of this will be in the description if you haven't checked this out yet. So there's plenty of other characters. They might have got like 1 or 2 things. Nothing incredibly like lengthy like Azula and Reptar got, but you know, if you want to check it out, link in the description. And now for Reptar. This one hurts me personally. Reptar was one of my 5 mains in the first game. I lost 4 of my 5 mains. So when Reptar came back, I was like, well, at least I still have Reptar. So that was cool. And Reptar felt like a true like heavyweight character. He felt really good. And then I see all this stuff. Like, take a look. Like, there's a lot on here. Reptar's getting nerfed into the ground. I really hate this one. Like, hurts me doubly. Like I said, I lost 4 out of my 5 main characters from the first game, and now the only character I had left is getting like severely nerfed. This hurts so much. Oh. If I was on the fence, this would probably push me towards the, all right, I ain't gonna play this game. But no, I'm still having a lot of fun. El Tigre's great. I love the Angry Beavers. So, you know, good stuff. But Reptar, a lot of stuff here. You know, you guys can see what's on screen, but Reptar, oh, he, I did, okay. Be honest, down in the comment. Let me know. Did Reptar deserve this much in terms of nerfing? I don't think he deserved this. This was like way too much. Like up air damage is being reduced. There's a whole bunch of stuff that gets that's getting increased, like active frame. No, sorry, reduced. The active frames. The tail hurt box is slightly extended, so he can get punished a little bit more if he misses an attack with the tail. So like, there's a lot of stuff here that it's like, oh. This sucks. So any Reptar players, you might want to find a new main after this, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, Reptar, Azula, not looking good for them, especially Reptar. And then finally, some things that will come after the patch. The stuff we just went over is going to be a part of the first patch. And then here's some more stuff to come later on. They say that there'll be continued character balance. Like there will always be general bug fixes, because there's still a lot of bugs. They didn't even mention one of my biggest pet peeves of this game so far. When you're running in one direction, it will randomly, you can stop and it will randomly turn you in the other direction. I absolutely hate that. It's cost me a few times, and there's no mention of that anywhere on here. So I'm kind of, I don't know if maybe I should just send like a couple gameplay clips to the devs and be like, yo, what's up with this? Is this getting fixed? So maybe I should do that, but it's not on here, so I was kind of worried. But something that's really cool, something that's cool. I love this, and it's going to work for keyboard players as well as controller players. C-stick customization. So if you're playing like Xbox or PlayStation, your right stick going to be your C stick. You can customize that for different moves now. So your light attack or your strong attacks or your special attack, whatever you want, you should be able to customize that in the future. So I'm very happy with that. I hate having it stuck to just one thing. You know, I don't mean to compare Smash Bros to this, but I love Smash has all those different customizations. You know, you can have it tilt, you can have it smash attack, you can have it all sorts of things. And I'm glad that Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is doing that for its C-stick players as well, so that's good. And then there's, you know, some other stuff that that you see on here, but overall, we got a lot of good stuff coming to the game, a lot of good improvements, still a couple things that I hope do make it that weren't mentioned, but you know, that's kind of on me. But either way, that is going to be it for this one. Let me know, is there anything that you would hope that gets addressed in the very near future that this game kind of needs in terms of a bug fix or a character change or whatever it might be? Do you have anything? Let me know down in the comments. But that is going to be it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.